Yeah, it's obviously the kind of hot commodity this year, but then
you have them, taking some uncharacteristic sort of losses and long matches until the force starts to come through. A bit of a confusing fire there means that he definitely can't swing for a second as the shield wants to slip its way inside. There's a swing around, pressure on towards the Blackbeard itself, but it's Doom over the shoulder that gets two. Finds Skies, finds Dan, finds 7 seconds left. They've just got to send themselves in. He's on for 3. It's fire either side. He's got to watch 2 different directions, and Rorik goes down. In the meantime, they've got to cement the plant, and they can't quite get through it. I'm glad it exists, and they're kind of glad that Clash is still standing here, Demo.
yeah, right now VP is just holding the line. Backstab is there from EFAC. He finds 2. And now it's potentially doable here for Falcons, and Nico just put the shield on you, mate, but no! Tried to play gun up. Oh, it's the reflank! It's a flank on a flank! Rorik for 2! And now Solotov in the 1v2, it's been spun on its head again. Up and down, back and forth. Solotov, he should know where Rorik is, and Rorik thinks, well, I'm out of here. I'm gone, 10 seconds. I'll leave it in the hands of Pasha. He's above in the Solus. Should be able to stop this. Sees the plant position, has the shotgun. But Rorik beats him to it anyway. Wow. Almost.
Its pressure around, but otherwise interrupted, unimpeded work. All the fight beyond Rocket's theirs. He was not aware of it. Pasha actually round on the back.
Yeah.
Another flank.
Setting a mind. It's a lot of those so far. Users can do against them, and whenever it is a shotgun, who really wants to challenge it? I dare say nobody.
Solotov gets one on towards Dan. They're caught out in the smokes. They try and put their pressure along the side. They've got the C4 over the top, which will buy them a second. That could not have been a tighter margin. As I said, the modicum of success here is those 2 to 3. And they're on each other's shoulder, but they've got 30 seconds to try and crack into a site. Now, they've done some of the hard work, but the problem is that Chanka and that smoke, they cannot just plant on the default. There is no way that can happen whilst Virtus.pro are paying attention, and that's probably what they're discussing right now. 20 seconds. Do we just send it? They've got to see if they can try and bait out at least one of these engagements, but they're covering the door as well. Why not? They still have 12 canisters and another smoke. Set everything on fire, make it literally impossible. And what can they do here, Demo? Absolutely nothing. But watch the seconds slip away and watch the bodies follow suit.
Yeah, solid. And at the moment, VP on top of that. 3-0 on the opening to try and go for this. Which comes down to the counterplay of VP.
Well, the counterplay is unfortunately not going to cost it. The first plant is being put together, and they're actually going to stick it out, so it might be the only plant that they need because they're able to pick up every other body perfectly placed and very well watched. And now a 4 versus 2 post plant. They're going to see if they can try and fight out towards EFAC first of all, but well, he's got that secondary, and he's more than happy to let it sing around the corner itself. He's not going to get very far with it, though. Well played by Rorik, but that's 1. 3 more still to find, as well as the kit itself. They've got themselves the whip. They're having to play this on the breach. They can just sort of swing out and put the pressure. There's great intel and a great double for June.
Yeah, great from Falcons. I like that.
At this point, that leaning in, as you said, getting aggressive might be that big clutch factor, and you can see Rorik drifts himself outside, and he was slightly around the back of it, but it buys a space. But Dan and Skies, the C4 over the top, but Solotov has a double down response for a 2 versus 1. Both these teams know when to step in, and both these teams keep hitting hard.
Art window or in towards bathroom. There is now this force pushing in towards Rocket stairs. They have that blitz ready to see if they can try and push out the smoke. But just run straight through the gas. And Skies picks up an easy double. Jum. Oh, never mind. Responds with 2 of his own. Solotov is down, but maybe could still be recovered. Jum has to make that big divide, but no! The barbed wire baits him in. He just had to punch it. And because of that, Dan takes a very easy kill, but uses in the same pause. Able to find him, and it's gonna
fire with the LMG. The smokes and the blinds come out. He can't quite hit the fire itself, but they got to move behind it. They're blinded themselves in and amongst the mix of it, and he's going for the cover. Pasha gets the man with the kit, though, so users has to drive in for the engagement, but Pasha holds out, and again
Zami is so strong on pretty much every single bomb site, but especially on that top floor bomb site, apart from the one I would imagine that's exactly what Virtus.pro will go for.
And
Still trying to be a threat. We know what he's capable of with a single bullet. And try and do the same with a single bit of health. You can see the clashes might be a problem here as well, but as the pressure comes in from that swing with 2 rifles, it's Skies that actually rifles through him, finds 2. Rorik, the first to go down technically, but not entirely out. Nefak can't quite finish the kill off either way, but Dan's going to plant in the meantime and draw the focus and aggro and attention away. They're watching, well covered and baited. The fire is too little too late, and he can't catch them on the way out the door. A wonderful execute there from VP, and they've just sort of disappeared now in towards the Aether. Fine, they found Pasha, but look at this for a retake. And look at all the nightmares you're going to have trying to get it. There's at least 1. That is all.
Yeah, fantastic from VP.
Best attacking team with G2. Sort of started the play day, and the second best defending team to, you guessed it, G2. Oh, that's not how they want to start that approach, at least. Ooh, and almost. Deimos wants to try and step in towards the fight before the catch really comes together. They're well aware of each other, but there's always the pressure that can come from behind Doom, so he's got to try and fight his way out. Look at the support that's come through, but he can't quite get out of there in time. He did buy a little bit of precious time though, and is it going to be enough to try and convert them? No, says Pasha as he cuts past 1, and the shield drives its way through on towards the heart of the site itself. It's now a 2, no, it's a 1 versus 4 demo. Virtus.pro, another brilliant collapse, but in the final 10 seconds, the dying throws of the round itself, they just cement.
He's 1-2 and lost to. This is where now may cause issues, because you see what Falcons were able to do on this side. Whenever they had the man advantage, now VP, they've got 2, make that 3 players ahead. Surely it's just a matter of time before they walk in and plan. I mean, they've got half the round still to play. Falcons have absolutely muddled themselves in this round. Use this. Take a bit of damage from the track stingers. They went for that swing against Dan. He's actually EMP'd. Maybe any potential things that could uproot the plant. And yeah, plant goes down. Hell, VP have to do is sit and hold the angles.
Really just demonstrating what has got them into this position, right? Throughout the league and the split, how well they're looking in, how well they're looking back out. As soon as they've got the plant in, played the objective, the way that they just thread themselves in. And here, you know, Relay has to look bloody everywhere, because that's where Virtus.pro put the pressure. That's where they built themselves to, and that's...
It is so just straight to the point. They know what they're doing, and they're doing it in...
Actually going to slip their way down, wait for some support. You can see that they're going to prep for the double up, and I didn't even need it, really. Maybe gave them 2 objectives to... Good catch on the end of that C4, but 20 seconds and everything is still on fire, and they still have a decent amount left to use, but as Solotov goes down, as this uses a 5 versus 2, technically, and that's the problem. They're playing on the back of a bit of trust here, and now it's just Relay left. Doesn't matter if you have 6 Shimikers. They can just do that. Virtus.pro brilliantly back.
We have Nico on the line. Good evening, Nico. Congratulations on the victory. That's the group stage done. How are you feeling?
Yeah, group stage done. I mean, feeling great about beating Falcon. It's a good team, so it's always feel good. And also, like a good feeling because we recover from like yesterday performance. Like we played very bad yesterday, and like today I think we came back and just played like VP plays. So I'm happy with that game.
Yeah, speaking about the game itself, I think really the attacks were incredible. Like to quote something that I like very much in your team, Masterclass Bliet. I think that's what he said at some point. I was actually saying Masterclass at the same time, so I just found it really funny. Weren't you guys afraid to show these attacks to Falcons, knowing that you might be playing them in the playoffs? Because I saw some innovative stuff, the Ying on main stairs, the Kali to stop the clash, the Ying shotgun from below to kill the one playing behind the desk. There was so much new stuff. I loved it. But I'm like, are you showing all of this now?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's not like crazy hiding strat we showed. It's just like it's just depend on what people ban. Like they ban my shield, so we'll spam the good ops we have, which is like Ying, Glass, and about the Kali, like we always have that crazy Kali player doing probably the one and the only one. But yeah, we already had him. I don't think we showed like crazy strats, so yeah, I'm fine with what we showed this match.
In terms of the game yesterday, Nico, obviously it didn't go to plan. What did you feel went wrong in that game? Because potentially that might be something that you maybe need to fix going forwards, or was it just completely a one-off?
Yeah, I think it was yeah, probably just a one-off. Like I think Dark, like our coach, was just fully right from like an outside perspective. He just said, I don't know, guys. I feel like you guys came after like a full night off. You went to after party, doing everything. You didn't sleep at all. No one was talking. No one was playing together. I don't know. You maybe were stressed and anything, but yeah, I think it was just like a full off day for us. Like everyone was bad. Like it's not even like one guy selling the match. We just played bad as a team, and so it resulted with this loss. And yeah, G2 played well as also. I don't like, you know, all people who always say when you lose it's because only you play bad. They also played well. Yeah. So yeah, when you're against a team like G2, if you do this mistake, you will get punished. So yeah.
I feel like it's a very mature way of putting it. But as you said, or as we said, Nico, the group stage is now over. Looking back at it, your favorite or maybe your best moment together with Virtus.pro?
Sorry? I didn't
like your favorite or your best moment, in your opinion, with Virtus.pro in group stage?
My best moment about this stage?
Yeah.
I mean the whole stage, just winning almost every match, it feels great. The whole stage, I'm not gonna lie. And if I have one moment, I don't know. Yeah, just winning after winning a match, I always have that good feeling. So yeah, just the whole stage was feeling amazing, and yeah.
That's awesome. I'm very glad for that. Nico, thank you so much for your time and good luck next week in playoffs.
Thank you guys. Have a good evening. Bye bye.
The Ying shotgun to leverage the glass. It was just, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, honestly. And it gives me hope because we were asking the question, is VP good enough to be the consistent team that beats all of the weaker teams, but can also beat the big teams in the league? And yesterday we were afraid because of that loss against G2. Yeah. Today was a big test, and today, clearly, the better team was VP, like in all accord.
And I thought today was that big test because, like you said, they will be playing up against the Falcons and the G2s. Maybe not for EWC qualification, that will